Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Dice Dropping's Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle Chicago by Night. Say hello, my lovely vampires.
Good
Hello.
evening.
Hello.
So one thing we wanted to get out of the way, our wonderful player Heather is experiencing some technical difficulties, but they have been gracious enough to lend us their voice, but you just won't be able to see their lovely face this evening.
Coming
or
to you
whatever
live from Chicago, the invisible voice in the sky.
or whatever time you're watching this.
Eli won't stop using obfuscate the second he gets it.
So we're going to do a little bit of introductions before we just get right back into our game because we left off at some pretty juicy bits. My name is Serena Montgomery and I will be your storyteller.
My name is Tony Prokop, and I, of course, will be playing the immortal investor Ventru Donovan.
Oh, yes. Hi, I'm Erin Hestwick. I am playing Seraphima Abbott, the Rose of the Coterie, who's a little bit more of the hidden left hand of the group.
Hi there, I'm Erin Flores, and I'll be playing Clyde, everyone's favorite tech rat Nosferatu.
Hello, I am Heather Bates, and I am the friendly local cult leader, the Pythos.
Hello, I am Jesse Buzzard, and I am playing the ever so raucous Marcus Wraith, the Sombra.
Accurate.
Oh, and I'm a Malkavian. I forgot that part.
Of course, the Malkavian would.
I think it fits.
Not important. Cult leader, more important.
Absolutely.
The key
That
thing
was
there.
the
There
hint.
it
Got
is.
that done.
All right, then how about let's tell a story about monsters? Okay. So, I think it would be fun because I know it will make Heather kind of nervous in their seat. We're going to go to Clyde and Wraith.
Why are you doing this to me?
Because we
it's
love
fun.
you.
Not like anything crazy or drastic happened to Eli last
Oh,
week.
not at
Are you
all.
familiar with the term Schadenfreude?
Yes, I'm German.
So-
No, I'm American.
All right, Wraith and Clyde, you all had just finished kind of combing over the safe house that you had gotten from the now deceased agent whose name is Archie. I will always remind you of his name because he was a person.
That we murdered.
And we
That
killed
we
him.
murdered.
Yeah.
Good riddance.
Yeah, you just finished going over the safe house, finding no person there, but evidence that someone had been living there in the form of discarded debris and trash, a laptop that you, Clyde, were able to, what is the word? I'll just say take because I can't think of the other word I want to use.
Grab. I think we just straight grabbed it, yeah.
Abscond.
Yeah, as well as a used first aid kit and a dead body in the tub of this kind of abandoned apartment building.
That.
Yeah. So I cannot remember what you all had decided to do. Are you going back to the Haven knowing that your other coterie members are elsewhere, or do you have other plans for this seeming lack of evidence?
Well, I've tracked it as far as I can, right?
As far as you know, there's whoever was in this safe house is really good. And this is coming from your background as an investigator.
Mm-hmm. But they are also really injured.
Seeming to be so. Likely from what you saw of the evidence, it's probably a gunshot wound.
Mm-hmm.
But they...
Will not
what's your dice pool for your investigation?
Dice pool for my investigation.
Yeah. Like if you were to do wits investigation, what's your whole dice pool?
7.
7? Yeah.
Jesus.
So I think with your particular expertise, you would see that it's not that it's been wiped down entirely. Well, you'd have to get like a whole kit in here, dust for fingerprints, and do the whole kit and caboodle. But for someone who was injured by a gunshot wound, the person who was wounded made absolutely sure not to leave any evidence of blood behind. And that's what you pick up with your expertise in what you do or did in your life.
Hmm.
I also have
Okay.
the laptop that I can go over more if we're back.
So, Clyde,
Mm.
you would need to get the laptop you found here back to the Haven to be able to
Yeah,
work it more?
it's pretty banged up here. I can tinker with it more if back in my space.
I don't like leaving without solid evidence of what's been going on. I know what's went on, but I don't have a
Right.
suspect. All right. Let's head back for now. We've done what we can here.
Okay. So you all leave the building and head.
I am going to do a wits investigation as we're leaving to see possibly what if they took any particular path.
Nope, that
See if I
makes
can pick up
definite
anything.
sense given your hyper paranoia. Go ahead and give me that dice roll.
I'm also going to rouse my wits.
All right. Go ahead and tempt your beast.
I just will continue to say I would definitely read the book series based on Wraith's life, like I just would.
Rouse
like
your
a good
brain.
choice.
Dirty Shadow Vampire
Alright.
Cop definitely
Yeah,
sounds
What
interesting.
is
very
your-
Dresden Files ish.
Mhm. What's your hunger at? Because you have not
4.
had 4.
Because I just went up one,
Okay.
yes.
Understood. So, Clyde, Wraith, are you wearing
Yeah.
sunglasses at night?
At night.
And I so I can.
You have to ask Kindred because
Oh,
some of them got an eye situation going on. So, Clyde, you watch as Wraith kind of descends down the steps. You watch as where the stairs, like the lip of them, where the shadows naturally kind of flow, they start to stretch and follow and connect behind Wraith's own now elongated shadow that you feel without even rolling. It's almost like a second presence. Wraith, you are incredibly hungry. You're starting to hear, even without, you do not have access to heightened senses, but much akin to when you're very hungry, you notice when someone is like eating a bag of chips very acutely and you can smell the kind of flavor of chips it is. You can hear the clawed feet of rats in the walls, and it's taking a lot not to just reach into a wall and pull out a rat. But it's you're very close to the edge of probably getting set off and just eating something.
Yeah.
But go ahead and give me your roll. 5. Okay, I think this continues. So, as you are coming out of the building, you see your head snaps immediately to your right very sharply as you see someone what looks to be like quickly pulling their head back and trying to like go around the building. Clyde, you see Wraith's shadow almost stretch in reaction to Wraith's look, as if it's trying to pull him in that direction.
That's
would you-
unnatural.
I will bolt for the person.
Okay, yeah, you sprint after them, and it's not hard at all as you round the corner and you see they're at the end of the alleyway, and they look like they're just turning back to kind of look at you. What would you like to do? Because they look like they're just about to bolt, but you see them there, and you can hear their heartbeat. It's a human.
I'm going. Let's see here. I don't really have anything on me, but can I like take a piece of the wall and hurl it at them?
Okay. You are fully capable of doing that. So yeah.
Because I don't have
So-
anything like around me that I could just throw or on
Mhm.
me. I mean, I have
Yeah.
my gun, but why
Yeah.
would I?
Take that.
Go ahead.
yeah,
You are so go ahead and give me it will be strength, athletics, or dex. Well, strength firearms would also work if you're trying to be precise, I think.
You know, I think I'm gonna go with strength athletics
Okay.
due to the fact that my firearms is a 0.
Mm. Understood. So go ahead
And
and give me
I
those.
normally would want to rouse, but I don't think I should.
you know,
I mean, you always could.
it'd be kind of fun.
Yeah.
I'm like a cop with 0 and firearms.
It's great.
They just
Hey,
never
I was
get-
a detective.
Just-
they just never gave him a gun.
Uh, as soon as I see
Guns
him
weren't my thing.
start to, Bolt?
Strength, athletics, and go ahead and make that roll.
Mhm.
I think I'm gonna follow.
Okay.
Yeah, and Severin was with them. So.
Yeah.
Yes. Severin, I think, is his usual time. He's going to go around and like cut them off.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Whew.
Yeah.
That could have been very bad.
It could have very much could have been. So, with 2 successes though, and not a messy crit, you dig your fingertips into the concrete of the wall and pry a brick loose of the dried like cement that's lined it and just hurl it at the individual. You hear a very satisfying, maybe painful crack as it hits their leg and they stumble on the floor. And Rafe, you smell blood, and it is delicious. It is heightened with adrenaline and fear. So I'm gonna need you to make me a willpower roll.
I had a feeling that was coming.
Of course.
Why does it say my willpower's 5?
Yeah, it should be your unmarked willpower boxes.
Yeah, it's 4.
Wow. Okay, 3 successes.
Yes. Yeah. Good job, Wraith.
The pain that you feel in your fangs is incredibly intense, but you're able to keep a lock on it as the target of your improv brick toss is now on the ground and unable to get away. So they are at your mercy.
I'm gonna just stalk over to them, grab them by their arm.
Mm-hmm.
You know, no, I'm gonna grab them by the hurt leg and drag them back down the alley.
Yeah, you just fuck you! Dogs barking. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep, that sounds about right. Yeah.
Listen, inner city. It happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will fling him to the other end of the alley.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure as Clyde comes around.
Yeah. Yeah.
See
you
that
just-
with him?
Yeah, see his body like hit the wall. He's, you fucking cocksuckers. Fuck you.
Clyde, deal with this asshole.
Fine. Alright. Yeah, fine. First off, does he look like the guys we saw before in the Inquisition and everything? Or is he just like, please don't tell me we just got like some random homeless dude in the leg?
He doesn't look homeless. He's wearing like jeans and like jacket and he looks like he's still well fed and everything else like that and fit, but he's probably about maybe in his like pushing later 20s. But he doesn't look at all like any of the agents that you encountered.
Okay. Well, it's down at him. Where are you running?
Because you were fucking chasing me.
You ran before I started chasing you.
Yeah, when a dude comes out of a building with a fucking trench coat with a fucking... I mean, I don't know. You look... Ugh, you seriously look gnarly, dude.
Why were you here in
Yes.
the first place?
I mean, why are we all here? Everybody got shit to do in Chicago.
All right,
It's true.
we're taking him with us.
No, absolutely fucking not. I mean, nah. Y'all
Then
might as well
start
just...
talking.
I got nothing to say to you, but you was for sure not taking me with you. You don't even know who runs this part of the street.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
Want to tell us?
Good.
Then? Enlighten us, please, please.
Yeah. I don't... Mm-mm.
I feel like Severn is like coming out of the shadow, and it's like he's got the gun up, and it's like aimed
Yeah.
at the dude, and he's got
Yeah.
Daunt up also.
Yeah, he does. And the kid and the young man looks at him like, ooh, a gun pointed at me. Shock.
Lovely.
All right, I'm just gonna pick him
Yeah,
up.
let's just take him. All right, we'll just put
Yeah,
him in
I'm
the
just
van.
grabbing him by his leg
Yeah,
again.
just take him.
Yeah, no, he just starts screaming. He's like, no, put me down. Put me down. Fire. Fire, help me, kidnapped. He
Knock
starts
out.
screaming.
No.
Yeah,
Uh,
Severin easily walks up and
Butt of the
almost
gun.
expertly, yeah, just hits it against his head.
Just fucking pistol whips him.
Mhm.
Does immediately go through the pockets to see like if there's like a wallet identification kind of a thing on him.
Yeah. There's no identification on this person,
Cool.
but you do see like a very thick wad of cash, like a couple $1,000 wrapped up in a rubber band in his pocket.
Fun. Drug kid.
Can I like look, probably, but can I look around the area where he was hiding, like where Wraith found him?
Mhm.
Real quick,
Yeah.
maybe if he like had something there.
Y'all have
Yeah.
kidnapped a gangbanger.
Probably.
Go ahead and give
Probably.
me wits investigation.
Sure.
Yeah, 3
That's a 3.
successes. Okay. Yeah, when you kind of like look around to see where they were, you see a small like backpack. Has a brand name I won't say for copyright reasons.
No.
But just kind of a very worn, well-used backpack, but looks to be tucked away in like the shadow of like an overturned trash can.
Ooh, well, I will take the bag.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you open it, look inside, you do see a gun in there.
Mhm.
You see a couple of sandwiches in there, as well as a small what looks to be glass shooter filled with red, almost kind of very thick red liquid.
Blood.
Do you have anything in medicine?
I do not.
You can't tell.
Okay.
It's a little too thick to be like blood that you feed on. You would know blood that you feed on
Mhm.
instantly. This is a bit too thick to
Okay.
be that. Yeah, and you see another jacket inside of it, and it's a black leather jacket that has the initials VV like stitched into the back.
VB?
VV, like double V.
VV, okay.
Yeah.
These, yeah.
Double
Mhm.
victory.
Not for him. Not anymore.
Oh fuck! I wish I had Streetwise to see if that meant anything to me.
I
But
think it's
probably
just
not.
Not there.
initials.
Well, no.
Can
Severin.
Well, he did say, like, with the area we're at, like, when he was saying, like, hey, who owns this place? Do I know anything? Because I have something in Streetwise, like,
I've got 2 in Streetwise.
yeah,
Yeah,
like, what
well,
he was talking about.
both of you can roll streetwise. It would be intelligence streetwise.
Yeah, sure.
Severin does not have Streetwise.
Mm-hmm. 2 successes. Alright.
Severin is not a man of the people.
I never would have
He
guessed,
is,
you know?
he is a dedicated. He's a dedicated man.
He is a man of the Seraphima.
Mm-hmm. With 2 successes, Wraith, you remember, it's vague and you can't quite remember it. It might have something to do, like the name Vivi definitely ticks something in your brain, but you can't remember it off the top of your head.
Can't quite place it just yet.
You're so hungry.
To see Wraith and like the shadows encroaching on, like, we need to go. We need to get something.
Yes.
Yeah. You
Car.
actually, even though he's passed out with Wraith carrying him, the kid is struggling to breathe in contact with Wraith. Like, even as he's unconscious, he's like,
Right, get him in the car before you kill him. Jesus.
I'll put him in the back seat.
yeah.
Back driver's side, I'll sit on the front passenger.
You
Okay.
can put him in the trunk.
It's too much effort to open the trunk.
Just shove him in.
Literally don't need to put effort in anything. You're a dead man.
I
Yes, but then
opened
I
the
break-
I opened the trunk for him to put the body in. Okay.
We don't. It
It
doesn't
don't
really
matter.
He's in the car, and you guys drive off toward the Haven, and this is where we're going to transition to Eli, Donovan, and Seraphina. You guys had just finished kind of speaking with the other individuals who had gathered for the wake of Hannah and others who had lost their lives due to what they feel is the injustice of the city being brought upon them. When Eli, you received a message on your phone from Judith with a picture of her and your primogen.
I feel like I should should have to roll something to not just have it in complete breakdown.
That would be
I
willpower.
feel like that would be fair.
All right, yeah. So, let's
Just like a willpower, or
yeah, we'll roll your unmarked willpower. Okay. Ooh. All right. So we'll roll your willpower. You have
Ooh.
5 successes. You can keep it. You keep a
Okay.
hold on it.
Damn.
I-
Fuck yeah.
I think that there's still a moment where there is like, even though I've been dead and I've been dead for a while, that there's like a completely like, or an almost involuntary, like, just intake of breath, and then just like Donovan, Donovan,
Yes.
I have to go. I have to.
Immediately grabbing you and going, no, no.
Yes, I have to go.
Then
It's
you
like,
have then you have to explain it to me.
I'd shove the phone at him.
Okay, I will look at you and like you have done something very rude, and then I will take the phone
Mhm.
lightly, and then adjust my own vision and look at it. Go, oh. And it says like in the text. What does the text say?
You should come. You should come see me now.
Just like still has the phone in his hand, lowers it, and then just like looks up at the night sky, not being able to see much of the stars through the light pollution, but just looking at that like vaguely black and blue sky, and just goes, right. Hands the phone back and goes, okay, we are going. We are going.
The expression on Eli's face goes from like just barely contained panic,
Yeah.
to just instant gratitude.
Oh, good.
Just like, thank you,
He goes,
thank you.
nods. He goes, oh, You won't be thanking me at the end of this. At the end of this, I don't know if you will, but yes, let's go. I will then turn to Seraphima because we're all there.
Yeah.
And I go, darling. I will like whisper a bit of what basically has happened, and so I basically just asked Seraphima, "Do you want to stay here and do your thing, or do you want to join in what most likely will end in your insanity?"
Well, what else would I be able to accomplish here?
He shrugs. He goes, "Oh, darling, I'm sure you're able to accomplish anything you want here."
Yes, but let's be perfectly frank. We have most of what we want.
I'm just giving you an out.
Well, let's all just go down the rabbit hole.
Very well. A veritable trio then. Then off we go.
I
Yeah,
call the Hatter's outfit, I refuse to be Alice.
Very well. So, yeah, I we wave goodbye and we will fucking pile into the car and drive.
Okay.
Drive to the bus.
With Alexandra.
I am
Yeah.
vibrating in my seat.
So sitting there immediately, Alexander's driving. Donovan is going to stare at Eli and goes, "Eli,
yes.
I'm
yes.
going to talk to you right now, and I need you to absorb everything I am about to say, because if
of
you
course,
don't,
of course.
your worst nightmares will happen."
Yes, I'm listening.
Good. Now, Eli, I know you've never quite normally addressed a proper primogen, but of course, I know Newberry has talked to you many, many times. Here is the situation. It doesn't matter what Newberry thinks he knows. All right? This is very important. Judith is not important to you. You cannot let Newberry know that the opposite is true. It doesn't matter what he thinks he knows. It doesn't matter what he's heard. It doesn't matter what he's got out of her. She is not important to you. Because if Newberry knows she is important to you, you will never see her again. He will hold her and threaten you every moment he gets to do anything he wants until you meet the sun, and then she will be discarded. Most likely, if she's lucky, in a grave. Is that perfectly clear?
Yes, it's clear.
Good. You cannot let him think Judith means anything to you besides comfort of a cult. That is all she is to you. An expendable cult member. Okay? That is the number one thing. The second thing is dealing with Newberry himself. Now, unfortunately, I would normally let you do most of the talking here, Eli, seeing as it is your bus, your situation, and I still am going to need you to do that. However, Newberry has complete hold over you. As until we deal with Newberry, seemingly, now that we've uncovered these disturbing truths, no Malkavian can be trusted. Because they seem at any point can be dominated and controlled by Newberry in some way. We found out from Monty, love that boy, that even the Canis Majoris?
Canis Magnus.
Magnus. I know.
The other word for great.
The other word for great. Yeah, the Canis Magnus even can get to even her, as she is a Malkavian, and she was supposed to meet thing, and we found out that he is now connected to all kinds of things. The thing I want I want you to understand: Newberry is a primogen. He wields power. He wields influence. Him showing up directly to the things you own and an incredibly unveiled threat, that is not the stance of a man in control of himself. He's panicking. Newberry is off kilter, and he is panicking, and he is grasping at straws because he needed Monty to have some information about, I mean, according to these photos, a Lasombra. A Lasombra no one in the city knows exists. He didn't want the Lasombra here. There is something about the Lasombra that terrifies Jason Newberry. So what we need to do in this situation, he is off kilter. If we are to get through this with no ramifications, we need to bore him. Jason Newberry is he is a spoiled upstart boy, and he is bored easily, but he is panicking and he thinks he's on the right trail. We need to guarantee that he is on the wrong trail. So I know Seraphima knows this, but this is the important thing. We do not talk down to Jason Newberry, and we do not by any means suck up to him, Eli. Give him no platitudes or anything like that, because Jason Newberry will see through that in an instant. He hates it. Well, men like him hate that. They want they want to torment you. That's what they're here to do, to feel that power. We need to not give that to them, but we also need not to give pure defiance, because that will fuel a different emotion. So essentially, we need to be unaffected by his threats and be generally respectful in some way. And he will, if this goes well, he will just leave. Because he will realize he is not on the right path, he will be bored, and he realizes he needs to do something else. I've dealt with people like this. Jason Newberry has had a problem with the Ventrue for years. He openly complains about Prince Jackson, right? Says he doesn't like him. You know how many actions Newberry has done against the Ventrue? Nothing. He's all fucking talk. He wants to scare people. He wants to feel powerful. So we have to not give him that, but also not show that we're rivals. It's like dealing with a predator. You can't be prey, but you can't be a rival predator either. You need to be, what's a good metaphor? The bull elephant. Yes?
All right.
Stance of strength, but not threat. I need you to we just need to keep that level. No platitudes. And Judith means nothing.
She shouldn't mean anything. She shouldn't.
She shouldn't. No, she's kind. She's a servant, an expendable servant.
She's my PA. I can get another PA.
Get her name wrong is a good one. All right. I will do my best to support you and fill in. I'm sure Seraphima will as well. Honestly, Seraphima's presence, well, one, just classes up any place we enter. But
if I'm lucky, I might be able to help assist with something. Also, if you prefer Judith, whoever this is, to not remember things, I can help edit at least some of the immediate memories, not obviously meeting Newberry, but maybe during the conversation.
Yes. We need to enter calmly, and greet him with his due respect, but not kissing up. Not your majesty or grace, and it's just like, oh, more like Primogen, so glad that you have shown up. He is a spoiled boy. He likes to pull the wings off of flies. We cannot give him any reactions. If he hurts Judith, look at me. You need to do nothing. Maybe show disappointment to be like, that's mine. But if you want her to not go through the worst hell imaginable, you will ignore her pain.
I can do that.
I know this is asking you to go against everything you are, and because I truly have to tell you right now, my goal through this is for Newberry to not get on your case or your scent. That is my goal. My goal is not going to be Judith. So if you want to keep her alive, it needs to come down to you.
Like nod slightly and just like I turn and look at Seraphima a little bit and just like kind of tilt my head and just like, he likes to talk. Oh, he likes to talk.
Do you want me to get him to keep talking?
Well, I'm saying that if the opportunity presents itself, he likes to talk, and he is. You are very good at telling lies, and Jason thinks that he is good at sussing out lies. He thinks that he is a masterful puppeteer, but all he has ever been puppeting has been people like me.
Hopefully, most of his animosity will either be directed towards Eli or most likely me. I am a Ventru, and he does particularly dislike us. And so I will weather any slights. I will... Looking at Seraphima, who I think definitely is more aware than I think Eli of Donovan's, his beast and what it's like. He's saying for the group, but he's looking at Seraphima like, I will keep a lid on it. I know I can. So we are in this together. This is a threat against the coterie and, of course, the grand design, which Donovan always very dramatically refers to their weaved plan for everyone's ambition, which I know Donovan is the only one who calls it that.
There's probably a small shared look between Seraphim and Eli. It's like when there's the grand design is mentioned or said.
Oh yeah, your plan to rule more of Chicago. Oh yeah, okay, I gotcha. Got it, champ. Got it. Are you winning yet?
I'm gonna make the old ones love me so much.
All right.
So with that, the car continues driving through past your all's domain and following up into the tour bus where Eli and the self-help group of the Pythos, as they are formally introduced to you.
GM, by the way, storyteller. What's my hunger at right now? Because I can't see.
Of course. Let me check that for you.
I think we fed before we all kind of
I
did. Yeah,
yes,
we did, but Wraith is at 4, and I'm terrified.
Well, Wraith roused a lot of things in Oblivion shit.
Yeah, Wraith and Clyde did a lot of shit. We hung out at a skate park funeral and
we are about to
talk to some teenagers.
Yeah. So while we're driving over,
Mhm.
I would like to just sit cross-legged, completely heedless of car safety rules,
You're still buckled
and
in.
just sure, completely, but yeah, so just sit cross-legged and close my eyes, and I'm just going to repeat that Judith is my PA. She's nothing more. And I would like to rouse my composure.
Okay. I
Very
will. Yeah. So let's test and see how
Dope.
do this
Dope.
rouse check.
Dope
Okay.
RPing.
So you do gain a hunger because your beast, you having lived with it so long, gain an understanding of when your beast rises, it is in response uniquely for you to your sense of survival. You who have dedicated yourself to seeing beyond into the madness web, you are a lot more sensitive to harm that comes to the mind. And your beast has adapted to protect you in that. And Judith, who is a symbol of the ties of your humanity, which in danger rouses it, and you feel the hunger curl as your beast comes at attention. But your composure does rise as you are able to maintain a mask of it. But it is just that, a mask. All right.
Mhm.
So, as the car pulls over, you see that your tour bus is kind of lifted up on a jack as someone is trying to change one of the tires, but your members are all very much happily enjoying outside of a food truck that's come up, and it looks to be just a taco night for
Uh-huh.
everyone. No one seems to be worse for wear, and as you come out immediately, you are not swarmed as they give you a respectful distance, but immediately asking questions of, oh, Pythos, do you need anything? Could we get you any refreshments? Do you need a place to sit? We can get something for you. Perhaps we should get one of your chairs from inside the trailer.
So, like, I hold my arms up like I'm about to make a proclamation.
Immediate silence from
Mhm.
them.
My children, tonight I would like you to meditate on the nature of attachment.
Of course.
Tonight I would like you to think about the things in this world that tie you to your earthly possessions. Think about how the act of possessing is an inherently violent act. The act of possessing is, in fact, inherently against our nature. For is it not that we are supposed to live at one and at peace with all of eternity? I wish you to think on this for tonight. I have some pressing business to attend to.
They all simultaneously just bow at once, just like, of course, in the wisdom of the Pythos, and like almost like they all have like satchels where they keep like notebooks and pens and papers
Mhm.
and flyers and all kinds of literature, but they all pull out identical like square pillows and put them where they were standing and immediately all just sit and begin meditating.
As I pass by them, the ones that I pass closest to, I touch them on the head as I pass by.
Yeah, they where your hand touch, they touch with their own hands, and then their hand follows where you go to pass them. Uh Newberry is sitting in one of like kind of the pop-up chairs that
Uh-huh.
the food truck has. Judith is sitting across from him. His feet are up and he's just clapping. Wow.
Uh, when I was in mandatory weekly meetings
Yep.
with Jason. Did he just want us to call him by name?
Yeah, he wants you to
he
call
just
yeah.
just call me Jason. Just call me
He
Jason, buddy.
He prefers to call him son. He's like, that's his nickname.
Yeah, that was really weird sometimes in some of the group meetings.
Yeah.
I wonder why I didn't catch on sooner.
But Jason is fine.
Yeah, but I as I'm passing the rest of my followers behind, I like hold my hands up and I do like a little extravagant little bow towards Jason.
Yeah. Like, oh, I mean, Eli, you don't. Oh, should I call you the Pythos in front of your people?
Absolutely not necessary.
Oh, great. I mean, pull up a chair, have a seat. You brought your coterie. Excellent.
Yeah, Donovan just goes Brymogen and just a nod.
Yeah, and Newberry smiles. And what's humanity at?
What's everyone's humanity at?
Yeah,
oh no,
we're gathered here.
I mean, I think it's 7.
7 for moi.
Should be 7.
7. All right.
I don't think any of us have lost any.
Are we disturbed by his presence?
Yeah, I will say yes. Jason Newberry is a handsome young man. He has kind of dark, like blonde hair, like kind of light gold blonde hair, green eye. Oh, sorry, not green, blue eyes. And his hair swept back, and he's dressed very upper middle class casual. So like pressed button down khakis and like sneakers, and he smiles, and it's still delightful and heartwarming, but there's all of you simultaneously. Donovan, your beast is immediately at attention. Seraphima, yours is curious, as if not sure what form to take to be the most appealing, and it unsettles you. And Eli, you're used to this. There is nothing kind about that smile. Even as charming and magnetic as Jason is able to convince you that he is, there's something very dangerous about the way he smiles.
Yeah. So I go and I like go get one of the other pop-up chairs, and I set one out for Serena, or not, for Seraphima. God, S names. For Seraphima and for Donovan, and I like gesture for them, just like.
Thank you. Yeah, and Donovan will like do the thing, unclip his jacket, pull it back, and sit down. His suit, kind of expensive suit.
Well, Jason, welcome to my most current humble abode. Have you already eaten tonight, or is there anything that I can get you while you're here?
No, always with the manners, Eli. No, I'm good. But I did want to discuss clan business. So, Seraphima, Donovan, I mean, I'd love to talk to you another time, but you're not really necessary here. Should probably take this one, and he like gestures at Judith. He's not giving her a second glance. I mean, make sure the bus gets fixed. All right.
Considering that bus has been with me since the 1960s, yes, I would hope that it would be kept in under good management. Jenny, why is it up on a jack like that?
Yeah, and Judith like looks at you very weirdly,
and
she's like, I got a call that the tire was blown out, and none of your followers know how to do anything. So
the next person that I should find should be a mechanic, honestly. I need to stop recruiting among the rich and female.
Okay. I mean, I'll write that down. She looks very confused as to how you're acting, but she's just like, okay.
Yep. Well, I think Brymogen, I do understand that you want to discuss clan business, but the Pythos, kind of gesturing, I think here and I mean, we are coterie mates, and well, I would love to take this opportunity to sort of sit in on this. We were sort of already traveling together, and I don't really care for for looking over the the bus. So if you don't mind, I again, it's none of my business, and right now I'm off the clock from politics. But whatever you have to say to Elias, trust me, I'm fine to hear it.
Mhm. I am sure you are, Donovan. You have a bit of a reputation around Elysium, which I'm sure you're very, very proud of. But again,
I think nods. He goes, I do have a bit of a pride problem. I see you've
Hmm.
checked clocked that.
what? Avenge you with pride? Nonsense.
Yeah, Donovan will laugh, and it's
Mhm.
definitely a genuine laugh.
Yeah.
Like that's definitely not a suck up laugh. That's like no, yeah, for sure. No, we
Yeah.
ha.
Right.
Venture was said in front of Judith, correct? From
Absolutely.
She left. I assume she left.
Judith left.
Judith had left. Okay, I'm just clarifying.
Yeah.
Okay.
No
Yeah, I
problem.
definitely wasn't going to say that in front of her.
Mhm.
Uh, like, yeah, he just laughed, but Donovan definitely remains seated.
Mm-hmm.
Again,
Right.
he'll scoot. I don't know, 5 feet, 6 feet. Hey. Hey,
Just out of touching distance.
yeah,
Mhm.
I'll
Now
scoot
I'm far away.
6 feet away. Um, like, yeah, I think I hope this is satisfactory. I think satisfactory to you, sir. And like, it's not a cheeky tone.
Mm-hmm.
It is like I want to be here. And nothing. If you're gonna tell Eli something that he can't tell me, basically that's not a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Donovan. Okay, so here's I guess the thing. I want to convey with my words that like as a coterie we share everything. So I might as well hear it from with you having the ability to craft the story rather than Eli. Kind of situation like.
Okay. I am definitely going to need a roll from you, and it will be difficult
Sure.
because Newberry has given a request.
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
Can I, while Donovan is doing this, can I help a little bit? Because I was just gonna, I like, so I do kind of like as Donovan is like scooting the 6 feet away.
Yeah.
I do kind of like wave a hand, it kind of in his direction, and it's just like, it would actually be rather helpful if he could stay at least nearby, Jason. Sometimes I've just been having a lot of brain fog days lately.
Eli, I wanted to avoid talking about that. And he like Donovan's like Primogen. I do want to acquiesce your requests, but Eli is right. He has been sometimes slipping as of late, and I am sort of uniquely qualified to sort of snap him back. I wanted to avoid saying that in front of you, but it seems Eli, I guess, trusts you.
Yeah, it's I look at Donovan like I would like try and do like sincere like
So yeah, I hear you.
like
Eli,
just
that's
but
going to
like
be
sincere shock, just like of
yeah,
course I trust
Eli,
him. He's
that's
my
going to
Primogen.
be Eli, that's going to be composure subterfuge.
Mm-hmm.
And Donovan, you are going to roll me.
I'm ready for you. Whatever you need.
I will say it is your charisma, because I don't want to say it's manipulation, because you're not trying to well, because you're not trying to change his view. You're
No.
trying to use your, I think it's going to be charisma etiquette. Because you're trying to word it in a way that's not.
I like
going
that.
to
Hey, Donovan, how much do you have in etiquette, my man?
I have 2.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Your attractiveness will not count here.
I didn't think so. I assumed that Jason Newberry's sexual preference is, I don't know, a dead animal.
Of course.
Why do you say that?
Yeah, unfortunately my etiquette preference will not save me here, I don't think, because I have etiquette Ventrue specifically. Which I'm pretty sure does not apply here. Unless it does, because I'm kind of trying to be all Ventrue. Okay, yeah.
No, not here.
I don't.
I like
No.
I like what you're
Worth a
reaching
shot.
for, but I'm not
Right,
gonna
yeah, for sure. Yeah. I don't think I want to spend a willpower on this. Sorry, not a willpower, excuse me. A rouse check. I don't think I want to risk that because it would only give me a 1 die advantage. I mean, it might be good. I don't know.
Well, remember we're using the
Right, no,
companion
but you can't raise it above 5, right?
Yes.
Because I already have a 4 in charisma.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's my thing. I'm the talkie. I am my thing is social, then mental, then physical. So yeah. Okay. So yeah, charisma plus etiquette. I love vampire. Okay, so that won't work. Oh, okay. So this I'm fucking pulling this because I always forget to ask about this. What about my status? I am someone in the Camarilla. I know he's higher than me. I feel with the 2 status.
I am going to say you are able to make this roll because of your status. If you did not have it, he would just
That's legit.
demand you to leave. But
Sure.
because you are.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So.
Cool. Yeah. No, I'm down.
Oh, and let me roll for you. So composure subterfuge.
Can I make an argument? I think my manipulation is higher. Can I at all make an argument?
Well,
for
you roused your composure.
Just roused your composure.
I did.
Yes, and
so
I'm
it's
saying
5
you
now.
are in a situation where your touchstone is in danger with
That's-
a being who you know will bring physical harm to her. I am definitely
you know what?
saying this is you trying to maintain the facade of, oh, I'm just very helpless right now, and I need my companions to help me through this time.
That's whatever you say is fair.
Mhm.
I am panicking.
Yeah, so their composure is 2 higher.
Yeah.
2.
Okay, so you got 2.
How much willpower do I have left?
I mean, you have all 7 of yours.
So you can re-roll 3.
Yeah, I'll do a willpower reroll. See if I get any higher.
Okay. Hey!
So another 2 on top of that, so a total of 4.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So go ahead and make your roll, Donovan.
Absolutely.
I have so much willpower. This is the only thing that I do.
4. I am going to spend a point of willpower.
Okay.
I want to get more because 4 is really good, but I am so scared of Jason Newberry.
Valid. Very valid.
And I want this role because again, Serena, once again, etiquette. Like I would never have thought of that, but that's exactly what I'm doing. That like, yeah, I am still trying to be like, oh, sir, I'm trying to be very deferential to you, but I also promised my coterie mate, will you be so gracious as to allow this sort of situation. So I love this. So yeah, willpower reroll 3. Here we go.
I'm just a helpless little
5.
boy.
All right, 5.
All right,
I'm hoping and praying.
Rolled exceptionally well.
I'm just a little guy. It's my birthday. Hey, it's my birthday. Come on.
Yeah. Hey, you both rolled exceptionally well, even against Newberry, who just smiles and says, "You know, this is so great to see." I mean, it's always been difficult for Malkavians to be trusted among Chicago kindred, given everything that's been happened since, the Lupine and Loden. They blame us for not seeing it coming, and they blame us for not saying it clearly, so. It's always good to see when you are around trusted companions, and I'm glad that you can trust them, Eli, because, I mean, we both know how unreliable you can be.
Yeah, I kind of lift a shoulder a little bit and just like a little bit chagrined.
Right. So, yeah, he just completely glosses over you in your reaction. Like, so. I mean, I didn't want you to see this, and he definitely, like, his shoulders slump a little bit. He's like, I just didn't want you two, Seraphima, Donovan, who've risen into the prince's eyes to see me apologize. It's embarrassing for my reaction at Elysium and the voting to allow the Magisters into the Camarilla. I mean,
Nod.
you all might have what do they say nowadays? Politically correct outlook on them, but
Donovan will be like, kind of weigh his head back and forth. It goes, well, sir, I understand that it might seem that way, but I will say it is very, I'm sure, unsurprising due to my clan personally. I directly benefit due to my coterie mate. Trust me, if I did not have such an efficient coterie mate in that clan, I would not give a fig for the Lasombra.
And it's a very polarizing issue across every single clan. I mean, it wasn't that long ago that they were all. I kind of lean in close and just like, raving members of the Sabbat.
Pig children.
So, I mean, that means I think you understand my very strong dislike of them being accepted, but I was very fairly outvoted, and, well, democracy is the most terrible form of government until you compare it to another form, so what can I do?
Sage nodding. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just.
But I wanted to give my sincerest apologies to you, Eli. And he, like, reaches over and touches your hand, Eli.
No.
Uh-huh.
Nothing happens. He just touches your hand.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Does his skin crawl?
I think at this
mean,
point that Eli is so used to this, because keep in mind that every single time that Eli has been in Chicago for the past like however it's been like 60 years. No, it's like since 1969. I have had to attend every single one of these every single week, and I have had this happen to me over and over again. So I think I'm fairly inured to the creep factor of Jason Newberry at this point.
Mhm.
And so I just nod a little bit. I'm just like, to be quite honest, Jason, there's no apology necessary. Like I said, it was a very polarizing meeting, but what a finale.
It was. That, that Sierra is something to keep an eye on. Well, only time will tell, and we have plenty of it. Now, I think to show what I wanted to tell you, Eli, that there's no hard feelings between us, I wanted to trust you with something very important to me.
I tilt my head and this is absolutely, you're my primogen.
So you remember Evan Klein, right? And Eli, you do remember him. He's at the meetings with you every week. Very square jawed, dark hair, dark colored eyes, doesn't say anything, But he is a talk of a lot of controversy among Elysium because he seems to be a lot more susceptible to his bane, and you've seen it
Oh.
activate during one of your meetings. His bane seems to entirely change his personality to a point where some have that were quickly reprimanded by Prince Kevin Jackson that he is some cruel people in Elysium say he is the poster boy of Malkav.
Yeah. I kind of click my tongue, just like, yeah.
Right.
Unfortunate, very, very unfortunate. That's the times that I feel. I mean, not to make a joke of it. Blessed that I have gotten off as easy as I have. It's only the fragility that plagues me, not outright madness.
Jason shrugs. He's like, well, no one can understand what we go through.
Not
We only
fully,
have
no.
we only have each other. I mean, your coterie will last until they're done with you, and then all you'll have is the other Malkavians. But I digress.
Mm-hmm.
Evan has been seen skulking around Red Number 5, and I know that's in your all's domain, and I just wanted you to check on him to make sure the rumors aren't true. I would do it myself, but if it's nothing, if he's just going there to, I don't know, stalk his next meal, I don't want to show up and reprimand him for something that doesn't need my attention. But it's distasteful to have him skulking around where orphans hang around, and I'd rather just not have that.
Do you think that he's a danger of a masquerade breach?
No, not at all. Evan...
Not that bad.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good at least.
It depends. Evan can't control himself. So. He's more of a danger to himself than anyone else. So.
Yeah. Donovan definitely, when he said orphans, Donovan definitely just immediately went like, ugh. Like, just this a distasteful tone.
So,
well,
that's all I wanted to say. I'm trusting you with this, just to show that there's no hard feelings between us.
Well, there never were, but still, I don't see any harm. I would prefer to have a bit of physical backup in case things get... I kind of hold out my arm, and I'm just like, these limp noodle arms of mine.
Yeah, Donovan will reach over and pat your arm and goes, "Well, don't worry. I think Eli, anytime you need support, of course, we will be there."
Oh, maybe Clyde can come out with me. We haven't gone out in for so long.
Yeah, maybe we should talk about but yes,
Clyde's Nosferatu, correct?
Yes, he is a Nosferatu.
Always good to have one of those around.
I found so. If I might, I know your business seems to be. If I might bend your ear a moment, Primogen, what is your opinion on the thin blood situation plaguing Chicago?
I don't pay attention to it much. They exist, I suppose. Some of them, I'm told, that can be dangerous, but I don't see any danger out of things that can be gunned down as easily as humans.
Yes, elder ghouls nearly. I have a similar view of them, but that's good to know. Just sometimes I think they can be, well, certain people I think need to know their place. But thank you so much for indulging me in that.
Of course.
but it sounds like you hold my distaste for red number 5.
I just think their open door policy to sireless. Well, I've said it before. They're orphans.
Yeah.
Like, it just gives a bad name, because then who do you hold accountable for when they do whoever knows what they
Exactly. No,
Hmm.
you've said it exactly. It is, you can only, what use is holding them personally accountable when there is no, they didn't know, right? It's ridiculous, and I don't know how it happens. And I mean, obviously, all of the Malkavians are often all in communication with each other, but these just nod. It just kind of shakes his head. Hopefully, that won't be an issue much longer. But thank you for indulging me in that conversation. We
From
don't
what
want to
I
hold up
know
any
of-
more of your time.
Yes, from what I know of it, I don't know. They come and go there very easily, and one of the proprietors of there, I think, I don't remember their name. I know, but I do remember Annabelle was having a tit over it because she is a Toreador that isn't among the roses. That's as far as I know.
Oh, a Toreador not among the roses.
Hmm.
Hmm. A wild thorn, eh?
Do you want to be poetic about it?
She just like gestures with his hands. But yeah, nods. Goes, interesting. Nods and goes, well, Primogen, we don't want to take up any more of your time. Well, I think Eli is understood, and I'm sure. I mean, you of all people, I'm sure are, well, eternally busy.
I do have other appointments. Oh, before I forget to go, Judith, as he like goes up and she like looks up, it's like, don't worry about what I told you. And then he just gets up and leaves.
Good evening.
Have a good evening.
Because Seraphima just kind of like sat back for most of it, would it be possible to do like a wits insight for like any of this shit?
Please,
Yes, absolutely.
please. As all of my adrenaline leaves my body at once.
I
No,
am.
that's 100% what I was hoping for. Is while he's engaged in a conversation with just Seraphima, just
Yeah.
Read him for
We
filth.
are gonna rouse. We're gonna rouse
Okay.
wits. Succeed.
Fuck yeah.
Do you not get hungry?
Okay, insight. Wits. Then it'll just be 2 because I don't think anything else would apply.
At least unless you have something super special.
No, I don't think I've got anything that would.
Do you have a specialty in reading psychopaths?
No.
Maybe we should think about that. This is becoming
Next specialty for sure.
6
successes.
first Malenkov,
Oh!
and now
my girl.
is beautiful because the difficulty.
what was it? What was it?
I rolled 6 out of 7
Yeah.
die.
Oh!
The difficulty was 6. So
Holy shit! Yes,
you just made it.
my girl.
Yeah. How do I describe this? There is rage that is explosive and turbulent and violent, and then there's a rage that is quiet and focused. And that is what is simmering beneath Newberry's demeanor continuously. He is deeply upset about the Lasombra situation to a point where his beast is at there is only a single thread that's separating him from going off on it. But you do see there is a fear that he was not able to act something, and that fear sets in of not knowing.
Okay, because last time I read
Mhm.
him, I did pick up fear from that. Is there anything like because of the 6, because I already had that to kind of
Yeah.
build off of it?
Yeah, he I will say you don't have enough information to connect the context clues.
But does it
He just
seem like
seems
it's
to be
personal or
it is personal. It is fear for himself. The whole he's afraid for the city is utter bullshit.
okay?
He doesn't give a fuck about the city. And I think the last bit of information that you get is a sense of, even with all of that kind of coalescing, he seems to be able to think. There's a slight tick in his, like, in, so hard to describe how you read a vampire because they have no facial movements
And a
or like
Malkavian
excess
on top of
energy,
it.
and a Malkavian on top of it. But you think you see for a second just the corner of his lips like turn upward in a smile, like he knows something else that none of you are aware of.
Yeah, so she probably like waits until like he's fully out of earshot because she's used to like heightened
Mhm.
senses shit.
Yep.
It's like
You don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
wait.
You don't
Yeah.
know what people think. You do not know what a kindred has.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, Malkavians do have auspex, so
Mm-hmm.
Well,
wait till he's gone. Immediately after he's gone, Donovan will stand up and definitely turn to Seraphim and just go, so?
it's personal.
Of course. Oh. Personal means sloppy. Okay.
Well, personal with Sombra, not the orphans, but
Oh, well, no. Again, that
Um,
was a veiled conversation to sort of edge his boredom.
well, it's personal. The fear is quite real. Obviously, whatever it is, it's big.
What?
And I'm not sure if you caught it, but there was a small little tick that he had of just kind of gave a feel of I know something you don't know kind of a thing.
Nods. Goes, interesting. He is terrified of the Lasombra, and it's deeply personal.
What would
Nothing of-
what would a primogen be scared of having revealed?
See, that's your think. So what you're thinking what I'm thinking. It's not that he's afraid. Jason Newberry does not strike me as the man who's just generally afraid of Lasombra because of an event. Something from what I know about Sun, he is.
That is such a stupid name.
Oh, don't call him that, please. That is going to put me off entirely.
Anyways, do we want to go back to the club and discuss this?
Yes, absolutely.
It's while they're talking about while they're getting everything together.
Oh,
Can I go and get Judith, please, please, please?
I do think like as you're leaving, it's like, do you want me? And like she like basically like does like a scrubbing motion, like where like the forehead is. It's like, do I need to alter things?
I shake my head and no, he did something. There's something that he said to her, and if you erase everything, then it's going to erase that too. I mean, it might not. He might not. It might not. He's strong. He's
if
possibly
after
strong enough. Who knows?
If after you hear it and that needs to happen, just let me know.
Mm. Yes. All right. Go and get Judith. Go into the. I'm assuming she's like over. She's like in the van in the tour bus.
She's in the tour bus.
Yeah. Can I do a quick once over? Can I do a once over of the tour bus to look for bugs?
Sure. You can
Let me
do.
look for hidden microphones.
Yeah, I will say there are no hidden microphones in here.
Thank
You
you.
don't have to make a
Thank
roll for
God.
it as you frantically like pull up like cushions and like pull things off their shelves and just look around. And she's just like, Unc, what are you doing?
And then I finish my frantic just pulling everything apart, and then I just spin around and I just pull her into a hug.
Okay, oh, hey, I'm
Fuck,
okay.
fuck. You couldn't. You almost weren't. You almost weren't.
I'm fine. I was just taking care of the bus because it's your only source of income.
I could. You know that my friends are just. I could live 5,000 lifetimes and never even touch the bottom of their money. I
Right, but that's them, and if they need all of their
you
money to go do something else, like,
you are more important than the bus and the money. I don't want to have to find another PA. He
well,
said
yeah, who else is gonna put up with you?
me and all my vagaries.
Mm-hmm.
He said something to you.
Who?
Ah. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. I see.
Is this one of those things I'm just not gonna understand?
It might be for now, sweetheart.
Okay.
It might be. Can I just look at me just for a second?
Okay.
I would like to scry the soul.
Mm-hmm.
Um, trying to see if she is still under any effects of like mental coercion or blood magic or anything, any outside influences.
Okay, I'm going to double check Scry the Soul because I don't think Scry the Soul can pick up on mental influences.
It can do vibes. It can do general vibes.
Yeah.
General vibe.
Blood magic is one of the ones.
Mhm.
Her state of mind, essentially.
Okay, so yes, her emotional state.
But it also says that if you
That is
crit, you can get something special.
yes. So we'll roll to see if you crit because that is the terrifying thing of the dominate discipline. It
Yeah.
is undetectable, even
Yeah.
with supernatural senses.
I think the only way you can do it is like with disciplines is like
Yeah, with
is
more dominate, I think.
yeah, you'd have to have like forgetful mind to be
You have to be. You would have
to
you
be
would
able
have to
to
be
touch memories and go like, oh, what's
and be
this?
aware that it's even there. Like, and you
Mhm.
kind of have to know the person to be aware that
Yeah.
something's even tampered with their mind.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I still want to give it a
I'll
try
go.
because you
Yeah,
never
no
know.
problem.
I might get lucky and I might learn something. You never
Yeah,
know.
so it will be
You never know.
intelligence aspects. Do you want to rouse to increase your intelligence?
We're going back into the club, sure.
Okay. Why did you do this, computer? Here we go.
By the way, my internet is still down.
Oh.
Oh no. So
Ooh, you do not get hungrier.
Hey.
Okay. That's why, because I was in the wrong sheet.
So they rouse their intelligence.
Yep, so that will be intelligence and aspects. No modifiers. Is that a crit? It is not. It is
So
5
close.
degrees.
So
yeah.
5 is
So
awesome.
you can ask yeah, you're more than willing to ask 5 questions, but you do scrying Judith's soul does not give you insight onto the tampering of her mind. And I think it's because you are aware that Newberry has a very intimate understanding of the human mind.
Yeah, he does.
It's not so much as a brain surgeonist, but as a full license. He has the aptitude of a full licensed psychologist. So
Mm-hmm.
his work, it's a sick admiration of something so skillful that even with your preternatural second sight, you can't detect it.
Yeah.
But you can ask other questions to see if there's anything else going on with Judith.
Let me see. What's her vibe right now?
She's a little
What's the
confused.
vibe?
She's worried about
Okay.
you.
Okay. I think another one is that are they under the influence of blood magic?
No, they are not.
There's I'm reasonably certain that Judith has not committed diablerie within the last year.
She has not.
What are the other?
Well, the subject is vampire, ghoul, or any other supernatural being, and the resonance of the subject's blood.
There you go.
Yeah.
Sure. What's
So,
her resonance?
her resonance right now is
My guess is phlegmatic or melancholic.
it's phlegmatic right now.
Yeah.
Hot.
To get one. Yeah. What is she? Is she human? Sure.
He is human.
Hey,
Thank you.
Hey, you know what? It's always
Affirmation.
good to check. You know, you think your touchstone is a person,
You
and
literally never know what I'm going to say.
and then it turns out their dad's a werewolf, and then you're like, what is my existence?
Heaven,
Yeah,
heaven
so it
forbid
turns
they
out-
turn into a mage.
Who knows?
Yeah. It turns out sometimes they're just a full ass fairy.
Nice.
You never know.
You never know.
In either sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I just like put my hands on her shoulders and just I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I worried you. It's just, things
yeah.
are very, very stressful right now.
Okay. Well, maybe you should take a break. I don't like it. I know I wasn't supposed to leave the club, but I don't know. The bus is broken. The bus was broken down. I wanted to fix it because being surrounded by so many expensive things kind of makes me nervous. So
You know that every single expensive thing in that is no one cares about. They'll just buy another one.
it's almost as if they have so much exceeding wealth that the thought of losing it doesn't matter to them. And that's what makes me deeply uncomfortable, considering before I started to live with you, I had to steal my medication to live, so.
I mean, that's the sort of thing that happens when you apparently invest in the stocks. Am I saying that right? I've never really done anything with stuff.
There's literally-
I have never touched the stock market in my life, and I don't think I'm ever
gonna
going
say
to.
right now, because I don't think you understand that with people who eat gold in their food, I don't think the people you work with just do stocks. And I'm just saying that as someone who's observed.
It's the gold is only on a select few of the foods available. I will say,
selective about the gold we eat. Right, of course.
and also maybe a few of the drinks.
Fantastic. I'm gonna get everyone up from meditating, and I'm gonna move the bus. You're gonna go because I don't want to talk about, the logistics of eating gold.
All right. Yeah.
But I love you.
Yeah. I kiss her cheek.
Okay. But she's definitely smiling.
Mm-hmm. I'm an old man. I'm allowed to be sappy.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go back in and I'll rejoin
As
Seraphina.
Yeah, as you rejoin Donovan and Seraphima, I think Donovan's like, no, yeah, it's this new diamond oil that came out. I'm thinking about having like
Diamond oil.
I'm thinking if it might improve some of the feeding I do. I was just thinking of having some of them rub it on their, I think, moisturize with it.
Hold on, I'm very confused. How does a mineral secrete oil?
Listen, that's an excellent point.
They come back in. It's like,
Is it
it's all
just
about
because of the
that's the
reflective
genius of
quality
it.
of the oil
No,
that they call
that's
it diamond
yeah,
oil?
yeah. That's the genius of it, right? Like it's just how is that a thing? But you just say diamond oil, and people are going to buy it. Oh, hello.
I'm sorry. Look at me. Does it look like I need diamond oil?
Need?
No, you're flawless.
Should be lathered in it. I think so.
You're perfectly flawless as it is. How it's
It's almost as if actually she's gotten more beautiful.
Very
strange.
Can people hear me?
Yes.
People can totally hear you, Heather.
Okay,
Yep.
good. My phone went to sleep and it dropped me out of Discord.
Mhm.
Yeah, but yeah, I look at Seraphima. She's like, you won't need to do anything. It's already been done.
Personally, Seraphim and I aren't skilled enough to deal with that level of.
No, I'm not concerned about her remembering that
Good.
entire encounter. I'm more concerned about what he asked her beforehand.
Nods. Well, I mean,
There's
she
not-
doesn't. I mean, she can't know anything damning, right?
I don't talk to her about anything that I do here. I talk to her about the Kapadi, and I talk to her about my books, and I talk to her. She knows. All she knows is what I am.
Right, but you haven't told her like the clan names and all that stuff, right?
I might have mentioned mine at one point, but and nothing else.
You can't do that, Eli, because if Newberry or anyone else found that out, that could easily give because she's not Gould, which means she's not court, which means they could have the right to just
Gentlemen,
kill you.
and like she's putting like her arms through both of them. It's like, let's go to the car rather than speak of this on the.
Oh, I assumed we weren't in the center of everyone. I assumed we're standing.
We're
by
still
the
out
car.
at the taco truck.
With hold on, with Seraphima's like insight, you did notice that people like the food truck drivers and even the cultist, they very pointedly did not look at your table when Jason Newberry was there, or seemed to be paying attention to you all. So
Like
Yeah,
they were,
I'm assuming that it's changed since Newberry is not
since
here.
he's left, yes, it has changed.
Yeah, I assumed we were standing by the car waiting for.
Okay, I wasn't sure locationally where we had set up camp versus.
No, I'm
Eli.
Donovan isn't gonna fucking talk about this in front of cultists.
Alexandra does his like Donovan, Wraith and Clyde are back at the club. And Severin too, my best friend.
My best friend.
like nods. He goes, "Yes, I think it is about time we go back there ourselves." As the lady has pointed out, gesturing to Seraphima. Yeah, and so I guess we get in and go.
Okay. You guys drive and arrive back at the Aries. Wraith and Clyde, what have you done with your unconscious passenger?
Well,
yeah.
we take him to where all our
Put him to the-
unconscious people
put him down
go. We
into
put him
the
in a
meat
meat
closet.
locker. Yeah.
Yeah, the freezer. Okay, excellent.
It's what we do with all of our problems.
It really is.
If it was
I
up
will
to me,
say-
I'd hang him by his injured leg.
Well, calm it down. We still don't know. Right, I think you need to eat. You get very interrogating, Katie. I guess when
You would have had time to feed. I am
Oh.
going to need you to roll your willpower roll though, because you are at 4 hunger again.
Yeah, I know. Thankfully, I haven't
Actually,
used any
2. I'm at
willpower.
3, so I should get some
Mhm.
food.
Where's the willpower? Oh, it's up here.
Difficulty is 3.
Okay. Nope. Keeps on saying I have 5 willpower when I don't.
It sometimes is automatically tries to put it.
Yeah, you can just put in the number you need.
Okay.
2.
So
Ooh.
yeah. So when you finish feeding, the person you're feeding from is not dead, but they need medical attention.
Critical condition.
Yeah.
I pressed the little buzzer or whatever.
Okay. I will.
We definitely have one of those, yeah.
Yep, because it was part of the massive haven that you guys bought. You do
Yep.
have
I put we put in a infirmary.
Yeah, so kind of coming in
My
very
rest
almost
room.
immediately, you see
Rest.
these twin old women. One of them is holding a cigar, another one has a very hairy mole on her lip. As they open the door, and they like had like bed sheets already open, but when they open it, see the person's still alive, they're just like, "Oh,
Those the
Well,
cleaning
that's-
ladies, yeah.
like oh, that's new." And they roll up the sheet and then like pick up the person and like put them out. Like one of them from their cleaning cart puts out like an expandable gurney, puts them on there, and they pick them up and leave out the. These women are strong. Very like stout as they just leave the room, not saying a word, not making eye contact with you.
I love
Are
them.
they ghouls? Are they vampire? I don't even know.
You have, as far as you are,
They work for
aware,
Donovan.
They
far
work
as
for
you are
Donovan.
aware,
That's
we
all that
know.
needs
Yep.
to be known.
Yeah,
Cool.
they are part of the night crew, so who knows?
Love them.
Yeah, but
The sweet naive day crew.
Love the day crew. Just clean up the body, sir. Nothing to see here.
yeah.
We didn't find a wallet or any name thing on this kid.
Yeah,
or
Severin
his
didn't
stuff.
In the
find
back-
any.
Not
ID.
on his person, but in the
You can
backpack,
rifle through
you
the
find it.
bag.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I was doing that.
Yeah. You find his name is Terrence Jacobs.
Parents. Oh, perfect.
Mhm.
Hello.
Yeah, he is a citizen of Chicago.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And he is 27 years old. And you also have his address and blah 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 blah.
Okay. I'm gonna real quick before he wakes up use his name and any facial recognition to see if I get anything on him, like through searching, like his
Yeah.
social media profile or anything like that.
Yeah, you find a very old MySpace account and
Jeez, I remember this.
and a YouTube, not a YouTube, but a Facebook account but it hasn't been updated in probably maybe the last year.
Okay. No red flags or anything on any of his stuff? He doesn't have a phone on him, does he?
He does not have a phone on him, but he has one in his in the backpack again.
Ooh,
There
yeah,
is nothing useful in it because it is all emojis.
God damn it.
There is not a single word used in that phone. But there are numbers. It would just take
So
you a
he's
while
a
to like.
Drug dealer.
It would
Understood.
take you a while to like go through and like go through and search through the numbers and
Decrypt.
stuff.
Crypt.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I do mark down like the number that like pops up the most often on his phone. I
Yeah,
like make
it
sure to like, mark
has
it
the
out for sure.
emoji of it is of a bag of sugar and a pepper on it.
Ah, I see. Cocaine.
Yes. Cute.
Well, that's not the message. That's the that
That's-
is the person's like.
That's
name.
their
who-
name.
That's who
Yeah.
he's talking to. Who somehow
much.
who does
Yeah.
probably deal cocaine. Cool. Great.
Mhm.
Great. Cool. We set him up in the meat locker. I tell Marlo to set up all the stuff we found at the apartment and all like the kids stuff like in our computer room and everything.
Okay. Do you want me to plug it up in anything?
No, you will break it. Don't do that.
I don't know.
Don't touch it. Don't fucking touch it.
Yeah, you just hear a mumble. I know some stuff. as she like goes to your officer. But yeah, as you're kind of looking through this kid stuff, like very quickly looking up, Wraith is feeding. Donovan, Seraphima, Eli, you arrive back at the Aries.
Excellent.
I think I've for the ride, I've just kind of been like shifting from kind of like leg to leg, and just like, if you're going to scold me, and I look at Donovan, just I want you to know before you do that my brain might, my mind not be on straight most of the time, at the best of times. But I have not yet thought that you would discard me at a moment's notice.
Yeah, I think Donovan will just like reach over and just like pat your like leg, like not hold it, but just like and then kind of look ahead and goes, "You're not a child, Eli. I'm not going to scold you."
But you are going to yell at me, though.
No. No, that went very well, and you did your part perfectly. But no, you are, while you are old, you have stayed out of kindred politics for most of your unlife, and now you are involved in it. I just simply hope you have learned from all of this. That's all. And if you haven't, well, then you will probably lose more of the people you care about. I'm everything on my side. Everything worked out fine. So I have no problems or issues, and no one's going to yell. I'm just want to get back and know what Marcus and Clyde found. And so here we are.
Yeah. You go through the kitchens. The kitchen staff is full in full in full French, just yelling at one another as orders are going through. You get directed to the meat locker.
Is Wraith and Clyde there?
I would say about this. Yeah, I would say about this time. Yeah.
The kid's not conscious yet, right? We're just still waiting on him.
Actually, he is.
I was
No, and it's very interesting. No medicine required. It is resoundingly so that he is back to being conscious. He's just like, oh, fuck you. Oh, God, who fucking hit me?
Okay, so it seems like we have a situation. What is that?
Why do I taste cinnamon?
Yeah. Donovan is just like, just goes, what is that? Yeah.
That is what we found, along with a few other things at the apartment we checked out.
Safe house location.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's deal with that thing first. What?
Y'all are a bunch of sick fucks. Is this a meat lock? Is that a fucking?
Yes, that's a cow.
God damn.
Do you want me to lead this at least from the start?
Well, first I want to know why. Just
found him lurking.
Okay.
I was minding my own fucking business when
Donovan will look directly at him and go, "Do not speak until you are spoken to." Compel.
Yep. Boop, 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 boop. Yep. He's just like
silence. I wave at Wraith, and it's just like, you can't arrest a person just for lurking.
No, he's a cop. He definitely.
Donovan goes, he definitely. I'm fine with this, but I want to know. So, did you get anything? Like what is?
So, there was a man. There was a gunfight at the apartment, and the person who was shot set up a trap, and I will reveal the shotgun from under my coat.
Yeah.
And at
Now-
the bathroom door.
Yeah, I will put like, don't tell me any details more of the apartment. I mainly just want to know about this one. We'll talk about
This
the
one?
apartment after.
Okay.
Yeah.
When I exited the apartment,
Mhm.
I was looking for traces of the thing that we were looking for,
Mhm.
and I saw this one quickly pull their head back around the corner. Very sus, so I immediately chased him down.
Can I ask?
Did I
Excuse me.
use that
Sus?
right?
Excuse me. What on earth is sus?
Suspect.
Where
Law
exact-
enforcement terms.
I've been teaching him
Hold-
some
hold-
updates.
okay.
Yeah.
First,
A bunch of old monsters try to figure out what the fuck internet lingo
Very
is.
sus.
Wraith is the youngest of us, so
That's true. He's the best one to do it. Yeah.
And
Learned it from your daughter.
what
There,
part
Fiona?
of the
Yeah.
Who's
city
everybody?
did all of this happen in? I think that could help give some light on this.
East side, right? Fuck, I wrote this down.
Yep.
East side. I was right this time.
You were. Good work.
So
East side.
East
Center
Side.
City. Mm.
Yeah. I don't
So
think
a
he's
place where
connected,
there's
but I feel
circumspect
like
people. Lovely.
yeah.
He
I
was
wanted
talking
to bring him
about
in because I think
somebody
he might have
that
seen something.
ran the place. Initials VV. I would assume.
I
Do
have
you want-
some. I have some streetwise. Do I recognize that from just
It
tooling
will be
around Chicago?
It will be intelligence streetwise. We shall see.
Yeah, could I make that as well? Because I too also have
Mm.
streetwise.
I do not have streetwise, which makes perfect
Mm.
sense.
Suddenly we're all British.
Absolutely.
British.
accents.
We're all British.
So intelligence street.
I could
And
never-
my intelligence is still roused. I
yeah.
think.
Yeah.
That scene is over with though. So your
Yeah,
intelligence.
you'd have to
Oh, I
rouse
see.
again.
Never mind.
It's for
No,
a
I'm not
scene,
going to.
yeah.
Yeah, so it says here, Eli, that you don't have any streetwise, and I'm going to say you absolutely need to have that skill in order to roll this.
I thought I did. Okay, never mind.
All right, I do have streetwise, and I have roused my
Go for it.
Rouse your brain.
and I succeeded.
Think
but-
harder.
Think
Pump
harder.
that blood
Blood go
fed
through
on
brain.
through that
Mhm.
organ.
I sometimes have to check because I have so many specialties. I'm like, do I have one in that? I do not.
Mm.
All right, here we go.
That is crit.
Wait. That
Messy.
is
That is
Fucking
messy
nice.
crit.
That is a messy crit.
I love those.
Yes, messy crit on remembering.
Aneurysm.
Do you
Love
want
it.
to roll any extra die though? Are you happy
That
with
is-
a 2?
Well, I mean,
Or-
well, no, it's
or-
not a 2.
or
It's a 4. It's a 4. No, I mean, that's a good point.
So,
So while you debate, Serena, I'm going to do a willpower reroll to see if I can't get even more successes, just for funsies.
Just to make it an even bigger messy crit for you.
Yeah,
Why
sure.
not?
Yep.
So 6 total, excellent.
yeah.
But it is a messy crit.
Yeah.
Remembering, I'm excited.
Mm. Okay. So, I think what is going to happen, Donovan, is that it's always very irritating when you bring someone into into the icebox and they don't have the common fucking decency to respect you in your own fucking house.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you are going to use this young man's pain in your interrogation of this. But you do remember, and I think what it is because you know Vivi, I think it's in the conversations that you've had with the other Ventru of the upper circle,
Yeah.
that there is a gang that has been operating in Chicago called the what's it called?
Wow, the ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta.
Mm-hmm.
These gangs, they're not that.
They have a
Yeah.
theme song. Don't insult
Yeah,
me.
their theme song is their name. Yeah.
No, it's the theater
Heather,
day.
Heather,
It's a
every
game
session.
called it's a game called Vexed Vitae, and it is a huge irritation for Prince Jackson because it is a human group that they are obviously all ghouled, and they have been causing massive problems for just not both Anarch and Camarilla operations.
They're all ghouls, you said?
Yep.
They're rogue
Like-
ghouls or they're someone's ghouls?
Someone is supplying them vitae regularly.
Oh, that's
It has
lovely.
been
But
a-
that does mean they're independent ghouls if they're
Mhm.
not they're not. Ooh, the vial. I'll definitely. So okay, you also said something I was a little confused on.
Yeah.
You said you want to use his pain. What does that mean?
You will cause pain during this interrogation. Pain will be a main
Okay.
Yeah,
thing.
you're not going to be nice about this.
Cool. Awesome. So I have to do it then. You said.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I was gonna let Seraphima do this, but I guess
Well, you can
I am now
interject.
very mad.
Yeah.
Right. I think. Yeah. I think I was obviously immediately just gonna defer it to you, but I think after hearing the you said I don't know, some kind of VV. Donovan, just kind of twitches a bit and goes, "Vexed Vitae. Are you
That
telling me
means what?
this trash is a member of a rogue ghoul group who's been selling kindred blood?
Oh,
Oh,
Did you find
Very-
anything on
very
him?
large no.
yeah. We
I'll
found.
point over to Clyde.
Yeah, we found. A
Yeah.
lot of cash than this guy should have on him, and this. And I hold up the vial of blood.
Donovan very aggressively gestures for it. Like, not like it's the aggression isn't towards you, but there is obviously this his blood's up.
Blood. No, I get it. I toss it to him.
Yeah, catches it. I'm going to this is a what kind of thing is this, Serena?
It's basically like a science test tube, but it
Gotcha.
has like a stopper on top.
Cool. I would like to pop it and smell it. Is this kindred vitae?
You are an expert in this singularly, Donovan, and yes,
I
it
am.
is.
And and then his eyes go pure fucking red, and I think his fangs come out. Just
Donovan,
then-
can I see that before you throw it?
I'm not gonna. Donovan looks at you and is like, I'm not going to throw this, and I will just stop it. But I will hand it over. You do notice there is like a
Resistance to the release.
yeah, there is a bit of a resistance, but he does let it go.
Mm-hmm.
I go, that is kindred vitae.
Mm.
Wonderful.
Excellent.
Serena, would you? I want to. You said with the Bessie crit that I want to cause pain to this guy, and I'm definitely going to. Would you say that my my clan compulsion is out, or no?
I will say it's not enough for your clan compulsion to come out.
Okay.
I think it's more because I think the interrogation process of this will bring a stain to your humanity because this group has also started it messed with specifically your stuff.
Oh.
In
Okay.
kind of one of their escapades, and you were never able to catch them, and now you have an opportunity. You have an opportunity before you that you would have missed before.
Great. Awesome. It goes. Yeah, I think Donovan. I think with eyes red, very just angry and looking excitedly down at this this fucking ghoul, which has heard all of the words. How's he looking? Does he look?
Yeah, he looks definitely nervous because there are more of you now, but maybe it's the compulsion of the vitae that he's ingested. He is still very defiant and trying very hard not to show fear. He's just more nervous now because he is bound and there are 5 of you.
I will say in French to what's his name? Hideki. I I will maybe say like in French, just like Hideki, like meat cleaver.
Yeah, and Hideki comes into the meat locker. Not at all. Yeah, not at all surprised about anything that's going on here. For our viewers and for those of you who don't know, Hideki is a full Japanese man, shaved bald head, and he is covered in tattoos that sprawl, just covering from his bald head all the way down, dipping into the collar of his chef's uniform, and you can see it also reaches up to just touch just his jaw. And it's a numerous amount of designs and details. None of you have ever seen a full look before. But he is a very identifiable man, as he just
Striking.
Well decorated.
Well decorated, thank you. He hands you a fully polished and recently sharpened meat cleaver.
Awesome. Yeah, I will I will take it from him and nod. And immediately is he in the freezer and the door's open?
I think
in the chair?
I would say Clyde, Marcus, you would have tied him into the chair or hung him up.
No, I think Marcus wanted to tie him up, but I think I asked if we could just tie him in the chair.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's in the chair.
Great. Donovan will then meat cleaver in hand walk very quickly over to him and immediately put his foot on like the front of the chair in between his like legs and tip him back, so the chair just falls onto the ground. He's just and then Donovan is going to stand over him and then place the meat cleaver onto his arm, and it's just kind of like an ungentle drop, so maybe there's a little cut, maybe there's not, probably not, but just down and looking at him, I go and we'll just immediately compel. I go, you do you sell kindred vitae? Tell me if you sell kindred vitae.
I don't. And it's like dragging out of his mouth.
Yeah. I go, tell me who gave you the blood.
Let me check something real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, no. He says, sweet pepper. Fuck!
Do I know?
With your previous messy crit, yeah, you know who Sweet Pepper is. He's a caitiff
he's a fucking orphan.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he what?
I would say he's a caitiff who stalks around East Side. Hasn't been caught.
I go, so he's the one who's been supplying you. So I, as Tony, really don't feel comfortable
then
torturing someone.
We can
do a fade to black.
Yeah,
I really.
What kind of information do you want out?
Yeah, I just I know this is like a ruling. So very beautiful chimes, yes. I would like to ask, is there another way I could, because I know you want me to earn a stain from doing this, and I'm totally fine with that. Yeah. But is there a way I could do it without cutting him up? Because it's very
with your,
not really my thing. Maybe I could just obliterate his fucking mind or something.
I was going to say yes, that can be will satisfy your need to hurt.
Yeah, because I just feel it's very un-Donovan to physically hurt. I think especially with a blade or things like that. I mean, maybe beat them, but this guy hasn't.
That's Wraith's department.
Well, sure, but if this guy was Flyboy, then yes. I would give in to that 100% and
Yeah,
beat the shit
I
out
just-
of him with my cane.
No problem.
But
because-
could I just basically force my dominate
Mhm.
into him so intensely that he just starts. Yeah, you know what? Ooh, I know. I'll rouse
Mhm.
and I'll rouse.
Ooh,
Don't
you
get
don't
hungrier. And I'm going to basically use dread gaze, and
Mhm.
I'm going to scare the shit out of him, and then simultaneously be using compel. So he's just living through a horrible nightmare, and I'm forcing him to tell me everything his mind fucking knows. Now, normally this I would just tell Seraphim, and Seraphim would charm him, and we would drag him out. But something about him mentioning Vivi and like Vex Vitae that I think none of you guys have. Obviously, you're like, what the fuck is that? But there's something clearly personal with Donovan with this. Otherwise, Donovan wouldn't do this. I think
There was probably like a past like crucial like business
Yeah.
move or something,
Yes,
and
it
this
was-
fucked it up.
Yeah.
this fucked it hard.
Yeah.
And and it's just Donovan is remembering it as just annihilating his face, just like at least to this kid, just fucking like huge mouth, black, like ichor, huge the red eyes, horns, just like and just
fully
forcing
acceptable.
all of the shit out of him. Just
fully acceptable, because while we are portraying monsters, we are not monsters ourselves. So
it's true.
So yeah, you gain all the information from this young man with no regard to his mental
What
state.
happens after boy? Afterwards, yeah.
And I will say, you definitely gain a stain in your humanity
Excellent.
for that.
Yep. I will mark it.
I'm going to check, Eli, I'm going to check your convictions real quick.
It is don't tell lies, and my faith still matters to me, so don't hurt people with the faith.
So it does not affect your.
No, I don't. I don't give a shit about
And
this.
I don't think any of the rest of your convictions are bothered by this either. All right. So.
If anything, Wraith is into this.
Yeah.
This is what I do.
Yeah. We transition to the next scene with you all discussing what else you would like to do.
Yes, I afterwards, I'm sure you'll tell us what we gained from that.
Yeah. When it comes up, because there's a bit, so.
Yeah, of course. Then Donovan is like, okay, Wraith, Clyde, and you just see like just putting on a new shirt. I feel like it's just the implication of just whatever happened to that guy. Yeah. Just him putting on a new shirt in the office. Like, so
Clyde has just been playing Candy Crush this whole time. Clyde's been Donovan's been torturing this kid. Yeah.
Did you play mobile PUBG?
Yes, absolutely.
I have been examining this little blood vial.
Yeah. So before we actually get into the examination of the blood vial, we are going to go into our break.
Hey,
woo!
Because we got a lot, and we're gonna get a lot more. So thank you so much for staying with us this long, and we hope you come back for the second part of our wonderful game tonight.
It's gonna be good.